Hello, I'm Pastor Jerry Davis, and welcome to Power Surge Wednesday. I'd like to know if there's anybody out there that feel like they're in an impossible situation. Listen, don't lose heart. I've been there before. You know, in spite of all the challenges we face, we must remember that there is nothing impossible with God. No matter how big or small your need is, God hears and he answers our prayer. We have to have faith. We just have to believe that he hears us and he cares. I want to encourage you now more than ever before, believe God for your needs and your desires. And listen, and know that there is nothing impossible with God. When you pray, let your faith in God release your hope and take away your worries. We must learn to trust God. I encourage you to reflect on the prayers that he has answered for you in the past and believe he'll do it again. Remember the joy that you felt when you realized that God heard you and granted your petition? You know, like that song goes, he did it before, he'll do it again. Same God right now, same God back then. Don't forget the prayers he has answered, and let that encourage you to go back to the throne and ask again and again and again and again, because you got it. There's nothing that's impossible with God. Ephesians 3:20 says, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Yes, God is able. That bears repeating. God is able to do more, much more than we could ever ask or think. So ask him for what you need, for what your heart desires, because, again, there's nothing that's impossible with God. Psalms 37:4 says, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of your heart. Don't pray with an attitude of doubt or dismay. No, pray in hope and in faith. You know that God hears our sincere prayers. Come before him with thanksgiving, thankful for all the things that he's already done. Come before our God with faith, because there's nothing that's impossible with God. Hebrews 11:1 says, now faith is the substance, that's the assurance of things hoped for. The evidence is the proof of things not seen. You know, Jesus performed many miracles of healing because of the people, of the faith of the people who came to him just believing that it was possible. Oh, it definitely can look impossible at times. I'm telling you, I've been there. But that's why we bring it to him, because if we could do it ourselves, we would have done it. And just know that there's nothing that's impossible with God. Matthew 19:26. But Jesus beheld them, and he said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. All things are possible with God. Your healing is possible. Your prayers for your children are possible. Your prayers for this country are possible. Your prayers for the ministry are possible. Listen, your prayers for your personal heart's desires are possible. Believe God. Push doubt out of the picture and exercise your faith that God will do even what seems impossible, because there's nothing impossible with our God. Psalms 37:5 says, commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. So lift up your prayers with a clean heart and a right spirit. Lift it up, trusting God to hear you. Sometimes it's helpful to ask a friend to pray with you, and as in touching and agreeing that God will answer your prayer. Prayer is powerful. It could be a whisper, or it could be a loud cry out to God. In either case, he hears. It's your faith that touched the heart of our God. Don't be afraid to ask him for what you need. Don't even be afraid to ask him for what you want. Don't be afraid to ask him for your heart's desire. Believe that he hears your cry and trust him to grant your petition, because absolutely nothing is impossible with our God. I'm Pastor Jerry Davis, and may God continually answer your impossible prayers.